Hi! I think what combines most people nowadays is the wish to really ace their morning routine to get the most out of their day. There are tons of various options out there currently, and I have to admit, I myself have tried tons of different morning routines that swap between getting up at 4, getting up at 6, exercising first, meditating first. But what really stuck to me was the Ayurvedic morning routine. I'll put it up right here. What is Ayurveda? Ayurveda is the pendant to the Chinese medicine, but from India. So it's a 3,000-year-old system designed to keep you healthy, to keep you happy, and it is both preventative, that means that it tries to implement a lifestyle that ensures that you won't get sick, as well as curative. Let's jump into the morning routine to get you going. As a first step, we need to understand how Ayurveda sees the day. So as you can see here, between 6 and 10, we have a Kapha period. Then we have a Pitta period ranging until 2 and a Vata period going up until 6. So what does that mean? Kapha, the first element here, is connected to water and earth. So it means it's a kind of sluggish, moist, tired, slow element in itself. That explains also why in the morning, usually between 6 and 10, you might not feel your best and you're rather low energy. Then between 10 and 2, we really get our juices flowing. We have the Pitta period. Pitta symbolizes the fire. So this is the moment where you really get into the implementation phase, where you really can achieve your goals, where you can work hard at work, and where you get most of your work done, probably most days. Then between 2 and 6, we have a Vata period. Vata is connected to the wind, and wind in itself is fast, for sure faster than Kapha, might also be a bit chaotic at times. So try guiding a tornado, for example. What we then have is another Kapha period going up until 10, a Pitta period going up until 2, and then a last Vata period. So what does that mean? Obviously, take those time references with care, because they're reference to India mostly, to a more equatorial time zone. 6 here references the time when the sun gets up. So we said here that Kapha in itself is rather slow, rather low energy. So it would be important, according to Ayurveda, to get up 45 minutes to 1 hour before that time, so that you're still in that Vata period, in that high energy mode. So it also gets easier to get up. You might have heard, for example, of the 5 a.m. club, and this is the reason why so many people see a success, even though at the beginning it might be a bit hard to get up at this time. It is also said that during this period between 6 and 10, that everything is rather slow, it's best not to eat unless you are hungry. Also here again, we see a reference to intermittent fasting, because it might be best to eat your meal at around 10 in the morning. What does it mean to going to bed? It means that going to bed should be done in the period when we're low energy, when you're getting tired. So most of us might get a bit tired between 9 and 10 in the evening, but then we start watching series, continue to scroll on Instagram, and we get into this high energy period again. And so this is the reason why in the end, it might be hard for you to fall asleep later on in the night. So what Ayurveda suggests with regard to sleeping times is that you wake up 45 to 1 hour before sunrise and to go to bed at 10. Right, so that was a long introduction on how Ayurveda sees the day. Let's get going to the actual essence of the morning routine and get back to our 9 steps. Step number 1 is to drink a glass of warm water. Obviously, you get dehydrated during the night, so it's important to first tackle this need and drink some warm water. Second, brushing. That brushing involves both hair and teeth and can be done as traditionally. Then we go on to something a bit more exotic for many of you, maybe. That is tongue scraping. I myself have bought this, which is an Ayurvedic tongue scraper. And how it works, you just pull your tongue out like so. and just scrape like this 5 to 10 times. And this is set to obviously keep your mouth cleaner from all the toxins that are lying on your tongue, and also stimulates the internal organs to clean themselves, because various zones on the tongue are referenced to various internal organs. Right, that comes up to number 4, which is oil pulling. I myself use sesame oil, but one can also use coconut oil, for example. You take simply 2 tablespoons and put it in your mouth, and you don't even have to move it around aggressively. Just keep holding it, maybe shuffling a bit back and forth until your mouth feels very full. This might be around after 3 to 5 minutes. I myself have seen immense benefits from this. So I usually have problems with my teeth, but I've been doing this since a year now, and the benefit was astonishing. Especially, I myself have usually big problems with my teeth, and I have been doing oil pulling now for a year or so, and the effect was really astonishing. Even my dentist was really astounded. As oil pulling itself is also helping a lot if you have receding gums, because it oils the entire mouth. I really recommend you give it a shot. If you still have time after these 4 steps, that is drink water, brush, tongue scraping, and oil pulling, you can go on with exercising. After the exercise, because you're tired, Ayurveda recommends to meditate, and then oil application, especially on the joints. And now in winter, when it's colder, Ayurveda recommends to oil your joints to keep them healthy. Again, here, recommended oil is sesame oil, and after the oil application you should wait more or less 15 minutes and then you can shower. So according to Ayurveda, you put the oil before showering actually. After the shower, it's time for prayer if you enjoy doing that, and then finally it's time for your breakfast. This may of course take a lot of time, and I might admit that I personally usually just do steps 1 to 4. But in the weekends, I also enjoy to do the whole Ayurvedic program. I'm curious if you want to try it. Leave me some comments below how it worked out for you, and I'll see you soon.